In this video, I'm going to talk about 6 best investments for a photographer. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Rivaldo, a travel photographer based in Wales, and I've been doing photography for a long time, well over 10 years. And in this video, I'm going to talk about some of the best investments I have made into photography over the last few years. These points would basically give you an idea as to, okay, these investments are valuable in photography as compared to spending money on things which may not be as valuable. So let's get right into the video. The first point is trips. So trips over gear. When I say trips, I mean planning out different travel trips to go abroad, try different scenic locations, because when you are in different locations as compared to your hometown and your local neighborhood, it gives you a chance to see light differently, see color differently, see textures differently, and this has a general positive impact on your photography because you see things differently the different places you go, and then this sort of gives you, okay, I need to take photographs this way or that way, and then overall it gives you a better effect and a better impact on your photography in the long run. So this is something I would recommend over just purchasing gear, which doesn't really give you a massive improvement in the photography results that you have. A lot of cameras these days basically produce the same sort of results, and people end up arguing about this camera being better than that, but they technically all do the same thing. So I would suggest, instead of spending money on gear, you end up purchasing photography trips, go out and then do a lot more photography, and then see, okay, this is where I've been putting my money to, and then I have been seeing a much better return on this as compared to just mindlessly purchasing a bunch of gear based on other YouTube recommendations. Best investment number 2 is to purchase a lens like a 23mm or a 35mm. In my case, I used the Fujifilm systems. I used the Fujifilm X-E4 for a few years, and in that camera I purchased a bunch of different lenses, tried them out. So the 23mm, the 35mm, 16 to 55 I think it was. So in my experience, I think the best lenses would be probably the 23 or the 35. Having a lens like this, a combination like this, basically gives you the opportunity to take photographs which are landscape, to give you photographs of portraitures in different sort of environments, and it gives you the best of both worlds in having a prime lens like this. An alternative option is you buy a lens which is like an 18 to 55 or a 16 to 80, I believe, and then you kind of have a zoom lens where basically you get to shoot subjects in a wide range of focal lengths and distances. In my opinion, a prime lens like the 23 or the 35 is a good combination to have if you have a removable lens camera like an X-E4 or an XM5. The third best investment is to purchase a camera strap which is comfortable. In my case, I used the Peak Design strap. I purchased this when I got the camera, and I saw a lot of YouTubers talk about Peak Design products, and I found it really interesting because they have these little loops along on the side which basically strap in and out of the strap, which can be put on multiple cameras. You can have multiple straps for like a hand strap, a neck strap, and that sort of thing. So then that gives you the option to have these red little buttons attached on the side of the camera and use multiple cameras or use multiple different type of strap. Also, the strap itself is quite comfortable, it's quite minimal, it's quite easy to use, and hasn't given me an issue in the last few years that I have used these. Another good investment is to have a good pair of shoes. This goes very underrated because a lot of times when you are on trips, you do a lot of walking, and having a good pair of shoes helps you basically go to different sort of climates, different sort of locations like deserts, to go hiking, and it gives you the chance to go long distances without having pain in your feet. And this overall impacts your comfortability and your experience in taking the pictures. Best investment number 5 is to have a capable phone. The reason I mention this is because a lot of people end up taking photographs to post on social media or to have a little curated gallery of photos on their phone. So if you have a capable phone, you can basically use a Fujifilm camera and then get the photos directly transferred to your phone, and have enough storage on your phone as an option to basically store it locally and organize your photographs based on trips and that sort of thing with albums and different folders. So yeah, having a phone is quite important, and you can get behind the scene photographs and videos of your scene, of the places that you visit, which all when combined together, it gives you a whole story of the place and the trip that you have made. Point number 6 is to consume a lot of educational content. There's a lot of content on YouTube where you can get a lot of free content of photographers talking about doing different things, but then you also have some paid content. For example, presets. You have like photography books and seminars and that sort of thing, because when you obtain this information, you can improve yourself as a photographer, especially when you're on your beginner stages. Using this information is a must, because this helps you improve every time you go out and take photographs. But the key in doing this is basically to use some of the information, go outdoors, take a bunch of photographs, and then come back and review your work, journal about the mistakes you've made, questions you have, and things you've done well, and then use this information to go back and learn and then repeat the process. If you just take in a bunch of information and then you don't really go out and use the information, you are just consuming information as entertainment and you haven't really put it into practice. So this is something that I would recommend if you are just starting out. If you have enjoyed watching this video, you can have a look at the video that I've posted earlier about the Fujifilm X-F35 lens that I have used and the Fujifilm X-E4, which are on this channel linked below. Thank you so much for watching, and see you on the next one.